When Bethenny stepped onto the Sports Illustrated swimsuit runway at nearly 55, the internet collectively dropped its jaw. Fans were stunned, and honestly, so was I. She looked amazing. Strong, confident, completely unbothered. She even said she didn't do much to prep behind her usual routine. I found the secret behind Bethenny Frankel's Sports Illustrated body at 54, and it's not what you think. While everyone else is doing extreme diets before a show, she's eating something called Supermodel Snacks. And today I'm breaking down the exact recipes that she says gave her one of the most iconic bodies on the show. All right, first up we've got Bethenny's Skinnygirl Supermodel Slaw. We're starting with broccoli slaw. If you've never heard of it, it's just crunchy bits of broccoli stems. It's the unsung hero of bagged produce. And it holds up to dressing, doesn't get soggy, don't hate. Thing about her recipes is that she never gives measurements on anything, so we're just kind of eyeballing. But she says to trust mama, so I am. Then throw in some grape tomatoes, just a rough chop. We are not on the Food Network here. And a little bit of thinly sliced red onion because we eat with our eyes. So we like lots of color. And fresh corn on the cob. Or like I'm gonna use, it's actually bagged corn on the cob. Normally I wouldn't use corn because it's higher in carbs, but we're gonna add just a smidge. I'm eating like Bethenny today. And if your avocado is ripe, toss that in. If not, just do what Bethenny does and use one of those little cups of guacamole, and then she'll tell us to mind our business and to move on. Then she says to season that with a little bit of spicy salt. I don't know what that is, so I'm just gonna use red pepper flakes and salt and pepper. I wasn't a big Bethenny Frankel fan back in the Real Housewives days. She was a little bit too much drama and chaos for me. I mean, I guess they all were. But over the years, she's grown on me a lot. She knows how to brand herself. She's a successful entrepreneur. She's created the whole Skinnygirl empire. Remember the Skinnygirl margarita? That's there. Then comes the Skinnygirl Chipotle Ranch dressing. Of course, she had to add this. It is her brand, obviously. Remember, she's a marketing genius. I love her dressings are sugar-free. What I also love about Bethenny's videos is that she's hilarious, she's brutally honest, and she's basically that cool aunt that tells you like it is. And she drops catchphrases like mind your business and don't hate and Nepo baby. I had to look that one up. And trust mama. Now this is optional, but she says you could add some protein, which I'm gonna do. You could do chicken, turkey, or some shrimp. We're gonna do some chicken. Also don't hate. It's all I got. Trust mama. It's still good. Oh wait, I forgot the feta. I'm already really bad at my Supermodel snacks. Again, have no clue what the proportions should be. And I'm not calculating out macros because I don't think she did. And it's a girl dinner. Girl dinners, we don't calculate macros on girl dinners. Okay, let's try it. Oh, I like it. I actually think my family would eat this. It's a pretty good salad. This is really good. So easy to make. I love that it's kind of spicy too. And it took me like 3 minutes. Moving on to a snack that she eats on repeat, and it takes less time to make than it does to open up TikTok. Slice up a cucumber. And then she shakes on tahini like her life depends on it. I actually hate this stuff. I'm not a fan. So I don't know why I'm making this. A little bit more just because I am self-loathing. Then drizzle on the Skinnygirl Caesar dressing. This one is a classic Caesar made with avocado oil. She even said she didn't do much to prep behind her usual routine. Vitamin therapy, lymphatic drainage, a good solid tan, hair, makeup, and her Supermodel Snacks, which is basically an upgraded version of what most of us call the girl dinner. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about with this one. It's the I'm not feeding my family tonight meal, the I'm tired of cooking for people, so I'm just gonna have a glass of wine, a block of cheese, maybe some carrot sticks type of meal. But Bethenny, she's elevated it. It's the same concept, easy, lazy, solo dinners, but she's added protein, veggies, and fiber and calls it a supermodel snack. Okay, well this does not really look pretty, but it's just a supermodel snack. Girl snack, girl dinner. I mean, this is actually stupid good. Crunchy, salty, tangy. Okay, Bethany, you're 2 for 2. Okay, I know canned tuna is boring. It's been done so many times in the diet space, but stay with me. Bethenny mixes tuna with mayo and spicy relish. I'm gonna use Wild Planet because it's bougie and it's worth it. I actually love that I don't have to drain this tuna. The brand recommends that you just pour the whole thing into your bowl. There's really not that much liquid anyway. Okay, mind your business on my mayo choice. I still haven't gotten avocado mayo. Now, I could not find spicy relish at my grocery store. I could find dill relish or sweet relish, which is absolutely out of the question for me because it's too much sugars. But I thought, well, her recipe, what makes it different is the fact that she uses a spicy relish. So I found these spicy pickles and I'm just going to cut them up. What did my dog just steal? Whisk. No, that's not yours. Ooh, that has a kick. Dang. Then you spoon that onto these little seaweed squares. I stole these from my kids. Are you shocked that they eat seaweed? I am too. And then I don't know why she does this, but you could add like a little tiny cucumber slice on top if you're feeling fancy. It's a little weird to me though. I like the cucumber. Okay, this is kind of a messy snack. Something that you would just kind of like eat in the kitchen while you're standing, eat over the kitchen sink. I'm just gonna do half a cucumber. But this, it actually tastes like sushi. And I think if you don't like tuna, you can do canned chicken. No judgment here. Just one more bite. This is actually, I think, my favorite. This is really good. I love the spicy pickle. And with the little bit of cucumber, it's seriously like eating sushi and you don't need the wasabi or the soy sauce.
Take what's left, put it on the top.
Hold on. Whew.
Let's make some breakfast. This is a brunch that you would make when you're pretending you live alone and your kitchen stays clean, because it's really easy. Spray the pan with some avocado oil and then pour in liquid egg whites. She never gives amounts on anything. I mean, you could be pouring in 20 egg whites and still call it a supermodel snack, perhaps. Then some salt, pepper, hot sauce. I love hot sauce and salsa on my eggs. How about you guys? Do you like that? Then you just let it cook on low and slow. And meanwhile, you mix in a little bit of cottage cheese with some more salsa, a little bit more hot sauce. And when the eggs are almost cooked, then you drop in that spicy cottage cheese blend, toss in some arugula, fold it like a quesadilla, and then serve it with a side of turkey bacon. You're welcome. That's not bad. I mean, I already kind of do something similar with whole eggs and cottage cheese and salsa. I don't add the arugula, which I think gives it like a kind of like an earthy, peppery flavor. Probably want to do that in the future. And I'm not a big fan of turkey bacon. Still not a fan of turkey bacon. Not my absolute favorite recipe of hers, but it's decent. This next Supermodel snack is the one that launched 1,000 comments. It went viral. It's what you think of if you already know what I mean when I say Supermodel snack. It's her tomato cottage cheese turkey sandwich. So you start with a big tomato, organic, preferably, and get a couple of slices of that. I bet she uses heirloom tomatoes too because she looks like someone who would use heirloom tomatoes. And then you're gonna layer on shaved turkey. Trust mama, it must be shaved. And then for the topping, we're gonna mix a little bit of cottage cheese with some Dijon mustard. Maybe. Again, have no clue the amounts. Sprinkle some everything but the bagel seasoning. We're gonna mix that and then just add this on top of our turkey. A little bit more everything bagel. And then I've got some fresh basil that I picked from my herb garden. I'm gonna add that on top. You could do some arugula too, since we purchased it and hardly used it. And then put that second slice of tomato on top to make a breadless sandwich. It's juicy, it's messy, it's absolutely insane. It reminds me of that video I did where I made a bunch of sandwiches without using bread. I wonder if that's where Bethenny got this idea. It's good, but I think if I were to do it, I would salt the tomato first because I love a little bit of salt on my tomatoes, like my raw tomatoes. It tastes so good like that. I'll try that again. I'm the ugliest eater, and you wonder why I never film myself eating. Okay, my thoughts are it's definitely messy. Definitely something you're gonna want to eat over the sink or over a plate. I would actually use a fork and a knife for this, but it's good, especially when I added the salt. It's really good. It reminds me of a sandwich. And you're getting all that protein from the cottage cheese, the turkey, and what more do you want? This next one is basically a girl dinner burrito, and I'm loving this idea. You take romaine hearts, make little boats out of them, and then you could either mix Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, or you can use farmer's cheese, which I discovered recently. It's like if cottage cheese and cream cheese had a baby, it would be farmer's cheese, is the best way to describe it. It's high in protein. A half a cup has 15 grams of protein and 4 carbs. Anyways, you mix that with some powdered ranch dressing mix, or you could do a French onion seasoning. I'm actually not gonna mix the ranch dressing. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on because it's girl dinner. We're lazy. We don't wanna do dishes. And we spread that on top of the leaf, top it with some more of that shaved turkey that she loves, a little bit of roasted red peppers, and of course the everything bagel seasoning. If you're not a fan of processed meat, you're not gonna like her recipes. Then you just roll it up. And again, you're gonna wanna stand over the sink to eat this. This and the last recipe, eat over the sink. I think it's actually written in the recipe. Might have went a little bit too heavy on the roasted red pepper, but I like the flavor combination of all of it. It's high protein, low calorie, low carb. I'm not gonna eat that part. And this makes a perfect lunch. Supermodel deviled eggs. Cut some hard-boiled eggs in half, and then we're gonna ditch the yolks. Save them for later. Give them to your dog. I don't know your life. Mine actually won't eat them. He's very picky. I'll probably just eat them later. We're gonna mix cottage cheese with some mustard and some more of that spicy relish, which I don't have, so I'm just chopping up some spicy pickles. My thoughts on this recipe is I do kind of think it's insane that she throws away the yolk, because the yolk still has protein in it, guys. It has healthy fats. It's where all your vitamins are at. There's nothing wrong with an egg yolk. So this recipe seems a little insane to me. A little excessive. A little over the top, Bethenny. And then we're gonna fill the egg whites back up with this cottage cheese mixture. High protein, low effort, actually stupid good. I don't know. Really curious if this is more protein than it would be if you had an entire egg. I don't think it is. But it's good. So are these snacks revolutionary? No. I mean, they're basically what a lot of us already do when we're not feeding our kids or family. Just pick random things from the fridge and you call it dinner. But Bethenny, she rebranded it. She packaged it, she made it chic, and she made us feel okay with just eating cottage cheese off of a piece of lettuce while we sit in front of the TV watching Real Housewives reruns. And I love that her version of the girl dinner has more protein, more veggies, it's balanced with healthy fats too. And she's showing us that eating doesn't have to be restrictive, hence why I kept the corn. It doesn't have to be a full-blown recipe. It can be high protein, lots of veggies, and thrown together in just a couple of minutes. And that's the Skinnygirl style. So yeah, I'm into it. And if you also like the breakdown of Bethenny's Supermodel Snacks, especially that iconic tomato one, that you're gonna love my sandwiches that I make that you don't have to use bread for, just click right here to watch.